because they are there for themselves, not really for you. So look at, you know, you want to partner up with people, you want to run business with people, ask them. Like, okay, no, you don't have to ask them, just listen to how they talk. Do they give and share just their individual needs, like what they hope to get from you? Or are they more concerned with, like, you know, universal, universal needs? Or how can they, like, you know, go out there and create something that is really bigger than you, them, or us?
Lidija, you and Thomas have associates globally?
Yes, Thomas and I, up until last year, our main markets were UK, London, Sweden, Brussels, and Serbia. But from last year, we expanded in the US, so we work with a group of young entrepreneurs and startups in New York, and a group of entrepreneurs in Hong Kong. And so that is just, I mean, it really is beautiful. And people who, you realize that people, and I also work with young women entrepreneurs. And as it happens, actually, I'm on the 13th of May in London. I'm speaking at the Global Migrant Women Summit, addressing a bunch of, like, you know, amazing young women who are really making the difference, like, who really are there not for themselves, but using their talents and using what they know, you know, to share with the world. Pretty much, you know, what Milena is doing, you know, just, you know, seeing and asking, what do people need and how can I or we serve them? Because I as one person, I just by myself, I cannot serve everyone. But if I surround myself with people who share my vision, free from bullshit and masks and, yeah, I want it, oh, it's a very good idea. Frankly, you know, I've had it up to here with, it's a very good idea, I'm interested, yeah, I'd like to hear more about that. Fuck that shit. You know, the world does not really need interested people. We have got gazillions of people who are interested, but very few people who are fully and totally committed. So when you want to do something, whether it's for yourself, for your business, or for the city, or for the country, or for the planet, for the universe, just really see before you go and do it, before you waste your words, okay? Because words, you know, they are very easily kind of, you know, said and uttered, and sometimes we say them because we expect other people, you know, we just want to placate and, you know, we want to get love, okay? But you don't really get it by just saying things. You want to honor it. If you can't honor it, don't say it. Because if I want to make something, I do everything I fucking possibly can to make it happen. Like today, in like half an hour, Thomas and I are finishing here in Belgrade the last module of our International NLP Practitioner. Now, there are so many reasons why we could have said, hey, you know, we've got this thing, we can't make it, right? We could have said it, and it's a valid excuse, right? It's a super valid excuse. And Milena would say, yeah, okay, I totally understand. Yeah, you've got like a weekend, it's the certification weekend. To add, like, you know, sparkle to already beautiful, sparkling life, today at 1 o'clock I'm filming a segment for Praktična žena. So I need to go to freaking Košutnjak on the day where the traffic is in total turmoil because of the marathon. Now I could have said, yeah, you know, I could have been a diva and said, yeah, that won't work because, you know, I've got this. Now, if you really learn, if you have the strategies and you learn it, and I'm not putting myself here as a prime example of prioritizing, I've got my fair share of fuck-ups, big time, okay? But you can, I make sure that 95% of the strategies that I've used, I actually apply them, okay? So you prioritize and you make it happen. How much do I want this? I want it this much. Am I just interested or am I committed? I'm actually committed. Why am I committed? What are my reasons? Because my reasons are that by 2020, I reach at least 5 million people with my core message. And my core message is this: I want to make personal development totally mainstream. No mysticism about it, no 3.5 steps to success, no 13 steps to abundance, no let me teach you all I know in my PDF, in my ebook, in my, whatever the fuck I happen to be selling at the moment, or whatever is, the next big thing. No, taking the masks off, sharing and giving value. However I can, and I know, because there are certain things that are proven, there are certain strategies that are proven and that work, regardless of what you do, regardless of what kind of business you're in, that you can use and you can replicate. And those strategies are primarily dealing with the mindset, with how you liberate yourself from the shackles of old, stale beliefs, how to create a clique, a circle of people that can actually support you, how you can empower yourself, and by empowering yourself, empower others, how you can give from the heart without expectations. Because when you give from the heart, a huge amount of energy releases itself. A huge amount of energy. So that you don't need to worry, oh, he brought me coffee, I need to give him a candy. He gave me a sandwich, I need to, buy him a juice. You forget about that. You give from the heart, you do why, and you know why you're doing certain things, you've got your mission, and you go for it. You don't worry about other things. You don't look for certainty on the outside, that just because you did something for somebody, you expect that they're going to do it. No, your business is your business. Your business is your business. It's no one else's. And you need to be prepared to really hustle, but gently. Because if you hustle and you burn yourself, you won't be able to innovate. You won't be able to create. You won't be able to just, to go and change the world. Because the world doesn't need people with, who are yawning. You want to show up fully. You want to show up smartly. And you want to learn how to hustle gently. So that the transformation actually happens from the heart. And sure, there will be days when you may not get your, 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, however, the body needs to recuperate. There are days when you will be sleeping for 3 hours, but you need to count on that, because if you know your reasons why, why am I doing this? Why? And look for those reasons why from within. What is your core message? What is your core belief? Are you interested or are you committed? I can be interested in running a Belgrade marathon, in 3 years' time. Will I be committed? Frankly, I don't know. Also, think about what is it that you are currently doing in your lives and that you want to do, but you are not doing it yet. And find out, is it still in alignment with who you are now? Because I don't want you to think of yourselves as procrastinators, because they are labels and they are context dependent. Maybe you're procrastinating with certain things because you genuinely need time. Maybe you genuinely need to learn more things before you can just go and do it. Or maybe you're procrastinating because, frankly, what you wanted 5 years ago is no longer relevant. Really, it is no longer relevant. 5 years ago, or not 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I set myself on a journey to learn Chinese. And Thomas said, but why do you want to learn Chinese? And I said, because I think it's nice. You know, but that's not, you know, strong enough intention. Nice is not commitment.
Nice is not the first association to Chinese
True,
language.
because I think, yeah, I said it because it's nice. You know, I kind of, you know, I like it. I like to be able to, you know, decipher the symbols. I'd like to be able, you know, to kind of, you know, it's a cool kind of language to know, right? But it's not, you know, I wasn't committed. So did I learn it? What, do you think I speak now fluent Chinese? No, of course not. Because it was just interesting. I learned few things. I learned like very, very few things. But it's not. So, you know, I'm not going to think of myself as a loser. Oh, I said it and I didn't do it. Because it's not relevant to me now. There are more things that are relevant, that require my energy. So think about, like, you know, look back. What are the things that, you know, that are kind of, you know, the tales from the past that you're holding on to yourself, carrying them around, like a luggage that maybe you inherited, maybe it's other person's expectations, maybe it's, maybe you said it, and you're kind of, you know, it's standing on the back burner. Like, do you really want it? And how relevant is it about what you're doing now? Or how relevant will it be 5 years from now? And this doesn't mean, oh, you know, what about this notion of being in the now and, you know, like being totally zen and, like, you know, respecting the present moment. So, you know, not to venture out into the future. That's all cool. You can be in the now, but you also want to plan your future. You want to think about, you know, what am I doing now? What am I learning now? How am I building myself now so that I can anticipate things before they happen? So that when they happen, I'm ready. And not, oh, I don't know what's going to happen and therefore I'm going to stay to, you know, however the fuck I am, you know, in my little kind of, you know, world, because, you know, this comfort zone everybody talks about, well, you know, yeah, I'm going to step out from it and yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm outside of the fucking comfort zone. What do you mean? No, you fucking aren't. You're still with it, you're still around, because lots of people stay and they swim in shallow waters, thinking they're fucking Michael Phelps, and they're not. You're Michael Phelps when you go deep into the ocean. You go deep, you don't know what's happening. It's uncertainty all the way. But that's how you grow your muscle. That's how you build it. That's how you do it. You don't just go, oh yeah, I can fucking swim. Yeah, check this out. I've got this move, man. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. No, you're not. You're lollygagging. You're living in the world of illusions. And my intention of breaking free or helping people, helping whoever wants to be helped or whoever wants to know how, I'm not helping, I'm just sharing. So, you know, you take whatever you want to take, whatever is relevant. Learn how to see things as they are, not how you want them to be, or not how you think, you know, they were. No, things are never black and white. And I want you to remember this thing. There isn't a safe strategy to success, to money, to wealth. There isn't. If you ask me, I've been an entrepreneur since 2005, okay? Since 2005, I've been in the world of Tony Robbins. Together with Steve Woody, who you saw very briefly yesterday and here today, we are in the Tony Robbins volunteer crew. I did Tony Robbins' Master University and I learned HIPS, but I learned from other teachers as well. Both Thomas and I are in the mentoring team of Dr. John Grinder, who is one of the co-creators on NLP. Thomas contributes to his book on New Code. We are the only trainers and really the only accredited trainers in Serbia, and the only school, Momentum Strategies, who has accreditation for Classic and the new code NLP, and Milena has passed our trainings, and we are very proud. So we teach people how to use their unconscious mind, how to live in alignment. Not this, yeah, this worked for me, it can work for you. Sure, there are certain things that have worked for me and my businesses that I openly share with other people. I give valuable insights. But how you're gonna do it depends on you and your intention and your capacity for uncertainty. So if you want to really make it mega big in life, rather than just, you know, talking a very nice story, if you really want to be Michael Phelps, you need to be able to, you know, feel the water on your shoulders, big time.
Also, perhaps especially considering that we have some younger participants, which is a great honor and pleasure. I want to talk a little bit about a cumulative advantage. And I also want to tie this a little bit with what Lidija mentioned previously, fixed and open mindsets. The idea that some people have a talent and we're stuck to that talent, that we cannot develop talents, it's nonsense. It's outdated. It's even statistical science has ripped that idea apart. Now, given that I was born in Sweden we have hockey players. And so I exaggerate a little bit to get the point across. Do you know when all the best hockey players are born? They're born in January. In January, the people who get the hockey gene are born. So it must be that the male... Oh, I won't go there. For whatever reason. And do you know when the worst hockey players are born? Actually, there aren't any hockey players who are born in December. Now, you don't know this, right? And you're the hockey trainer, and you go, oh, look, there is Honken Holmqvist, and yeah, I knew he was going to be great. He had talent. I could spot that early on. So we put him on the elite course. Now, what happens? You're 6 years old and you're born in December. And so you go to the hockey court and you're grouped together with all the other kids from the same year. And they're like, how well do you think I'm going to fare on the court when I play against those giants? Not so well. So who is going to get the most practice? Because one of the things that are really important when it comes to learning is like micro-feedback, rapid feedback. Who's going to have the puck most of the time? The big guys, of course. Who's going to have more opportunity to learn? The big guys. Now, it's only relative, right? Next year, who do you think are going to be selected for the hockey team? Well, we'll get rid of everyone who's born from July to December, and we'll let the people from June to January compete. Now the difference is smaller. But the people here, they are the ones who are being pre-selected, and they're being the ones who are going to play more and more and more. What will be the cumulative difference after just 10 years, say? The ones who were born in January, they won't know how to play hockey. It's just not my game. I'm not talented. The ones who were born in... no, sorry, the other way around. The ones who were born in December. And the ones who were born in January, yeah. Now, the differences are totally invisible. The rest of those people who were born in January, they're grown up, they're the same size as me, but I've got talent. Now, this is a very tricky idea to grasp because it goes contrary to the way we interpret the world. We tend to look at people and think of them that, oh, he's got that trait, he just is whatever. He's intelligent. Or These are just external results of molding of very plastic brain. On a very personal level, I used to think, maths, yeah, I've got talent. Maybe I should take up a career studying maths at the university. And I was really good. I didn't even have to work. So it must be proof that it's talent, right? It's raw talent. I would just, sit down half the class and do the numbers, and I would be, okay, so I was not best in class, I was second best in class, because there was this guy who did homework for 4 hours a day. So, but what? Was this really talent? Well, once I started thinking about this notion of a flexible, open mindset, you can learn anything. The trick is that you want to learn it so you can build on the learning. I started to remember, well, actually, I don't think any of the other kids got lessons in math from their father when they were 6 years old. Lessons that we didn't cover in school until we were 15. Actually, I don't think any of the other kids got books about mathematics as gifts for Christmas and for their birthdays. Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't so much about raw talent as it was about the fact that I learned math and I learned to enjoy math. I learned to enjoy it to the extent that I actually liked doing it, so it was easy for me to focus on it. Now, this fits totally with a number of findings. Have you heard about the 10,000 hour rule? Yes, Gladwell popularized the 10,000 hour rule. Now, Anderson is the man who is behind it. He points out that it's not really about 10,000 hours. But the point is this, that if you really deliberately practice anything with full focus, you will make huge progress. When he was doing his scientific studies of expertise, he found that talent is not a factor he considers in. It's all about the number of hours you've spent. Chess players. How do you figure out who's the best chess player? You can ask one question, and you came with a good answer, better than mine, but I'm not an interesting answer also.
Right now I'm Norwegian.
You ask people, how many hours have you spent reading books about chess? This is apparently the best indicator. And I think the reason this is the best indicator is simply this. It shows how much time have they spent, not just playing chess, but deliberately improving their game. So, accumulative advantages, you want them in other places as well, not just when it comes to shaping your mind, not just when it comes to shaping who you are, you want them in business too. Just wanted to mention that.
This deliberate action,
yes.
and this deliberate action that Thomas is talking about, it's actually deliberate positive action, not positive thinking. There is a difference between, some people think that by thinking positively, that's a positive action. No, that's just lollygagging. That's like spending whatever, hours and hours and hours hoping. So hope doesn't get results. It does not. Positive action does. And just to wrap it up, because it's like coming up to the end, I'd like to invite you to consider the new SMART model. I'm pretty sure that you guys you look like you're familiar with the SMART model, like, setting up ways of, how to achieve your dreams. The specific, every dream or plan needs to be specific, measurable, needs to consider action, yes, SMART goals, action, and it has to be realistic, and it needs to be time driven. Are you familiar with that? Okay, forget about that. Like, totally forget it, because it's super old paradigm, and yes, it may give you results if you are working in a company, in the accountancy department, and that is expected of you. Now, if you have a big vision or a big dream that is like bigger than you and the universe, Think about the new smart model. Sounds like a car make, but it isn't, although it can be. So think about your dream. In terms of like, why do most people do not follow through on what they want? Because their dreams are not spectacular enough. So forget the specificity of it. Like if I have a dream, why do I want it to be specific? Like how do I know, like specific, that it's a killer? I don't want to think about my dreams as something that has to be super specific, so I have to be very meticulous about. No, I want to have freedom within certain boundaries, but I do want to have huge freedom. So I want my dream to be spectacular. I want it to motivate me to do it. I don't want to measure it. How do you measure a dream? Does anyone know how to measure a dream?
About the feeling.
No, exactly. But the feeling will motivate you. Exactly. So allow it to motivate you. Also ask yourself, and this is probably one of the key things, not action, because you're taking action anyway. You're doing something. You've started the ball rolling. So action is presupposed. But think about how attractive are you for your dream? How attractive are you for your dream? How do you show up? Who are you becoming? Do you want this big dream, but you're still lollygagging in the old safe world of familiarity and comfort? Or are you, showing yourself up to the world and to your dream? Like how attractive are you becoming, and how attractive is your dream for you? Because most people inherit other people's dreams and they think, oh, it's spectacular, it's fantastic, I want it, it's mine. And, they just like the idea, but it's not really a dream. You wanted to ask something?
Attractive us to the dream, not
And
the dream to us.
It's both, it's reciprocal. So how do I show up? Like how attractive am I to this dream? Like will this dream want me? Like will it recognize me? Hello baby, yeah I want you. Sure, fuck yes, yeah I want this woman. Yeah, she's showing up for me, so I'm gonna show up for her. So it's reciprocal. It's a dance. And also, it doesn't need to be, we live in the world where everything is like kind of different, but if you look around, it's all the fucking same. It's, homogeneous heterogeneity. Remember that word. It's very important when it comes to psychology of success, mindset, personal development, coaching, NLP. Hugely important. Be discerning. Be very, very discerning. Be picky. Don't worry about everyone liking you or your dream. I'm not everyone's favorite cup of tea. Because I speak my mind, I don't put the masks over things, and I don't promise miracles. Because I know that if you want it, you can create a miracle. I can show you certain things, but I don't take full responsibility for your success. Your success is your thing, and you do it. So that's why I call myself a how coach. And it's a big difference. So don't worry about whether people will like it, will like your dream, will understand it. Actually, be worried if everyone understands what you're talking about. Be very worried. Be very worried if you've got like 7 million likes on Facebook posts. Be very worried. Because that may mean that you need to change. As John Grinder says, you get like, that many people, you're doing something wrong. You're becoming mainstream. You don't want to be like that. You are different than everybody else. How are you going to show it? How are you going to show that difference? By believing in yourself, by believing, that what you're doing is the right thing, and by showing up daily. So by being mega attractive. and attracted to that what you want. And you know, not really worrying about whether people will like you or not like you. You don't look for certainty on the outside. You look for certainty from within. You build yourself from the inside out, not from the outside in. So your dream needs to be revolutionary. Not, oh, that's NLP. Yeah, that's NLP. Out of the door. Because it's the same. Like in Thailand, you know, they can sell you like a Chanel bag for like, I don't know, $10. And you say, but it's not fucking Chanel, you know, the C's are like intertwined and it's like this curve. They go, same, but different. Yeah. Like how different? Like how different is it? It's fucking fake. I don't want to go, you know, to a super gala reception, to the opera, and sit, you know, next to a person who's got like a real deal, you know, real baby of like, you know, 2,000-3,000 pounds, and I've got my little one of like, you know, 10. Yeah, but it's like it's Chanel. Yeah, but it's NLP. No, it's not. The real NLP, the real coaching, the real strategies give you results. They are revolutionary, they're different. They work from the inside out. So remember, this homogeneous heterogeneity is everywhere. Be discerning, be smart, be an acquired taste. So that only selected few will appreciate you. Elite will appreciate you. You don't see, what's his name? My favorite, one of my favorite humans, Warren Buffett. Do you know who Warren Buffett is?
Yes.
Check him out. Check him out. He's my role model and my hero. He doesn't go around, you know, every day, you know, doing the mainstream shit. No. He works on his dream. He works on himself. He builds his empire. He's quietly influencing. His art. He's not entertainment.
He's quiet on Forbes list.
He's very quiet on the Forbes list. Yes, goals. Yes, but very beautiful and very elegant. Because what we see nowadays in the world of popular psychology, mindset, growth, change, transformation, coaching, NLP, motivation. I mean, I'm very vocal about the industry we are in, and sometimes people say, but you know, like you're shooting yourself in the foot. No, I'm not. I'm actually exposing things how they are. That's my mission. That's what I talk about. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm like saying it as they are. Sometimes, you know, people like it, other times they don't, but you know, I do my job and it's, you know, it's very important. So what you want to do is like, you know, is not be entertainment, be art. Entertainment, motivation are in the same line as change. Very brash. Very like, yes, very woo-ha. Entertainment. You go, you see it, it's popcorn, yeah, you forget about it. It's a popcorn and soda movie type thing. Transformation, inspiration, art. You don't forget it in hurry. It stays with you. So the name of the game is transformation. So when your dream is revolutionary, the T, the last T in the new Momentum Smart model is transformation. So it has to be transformational. Because we are not entertainment, we are art. Every single one of us. Art. We feel hearts, elixir for the soul. So whenever you're presented with a quick fix, yeah, you can do it in 3 days, whatever, fuck that, run away. You know you're talking to Michael Phelps wannabe in the shallow waters. You want to be Michael Phelps. Because life is not about changing yourself, it's about transforming yourself. And I speak the game of transformation. I know it, I live it. I've been an entrepreneur for 12 years. I've been in Tony Robbins' crew team. This April is going to be my 12th year, and I plan to every day go live on Facebook Live. Now I learned Facebook Live, so I can do that. Super cool. And my book is all about transformation. In 1 year, I totally transformed the way I look. 44 kilos less. I lost lots of people in the process. A lot of friends. But I also gained a lot. And that is beautiful. So I wish to all of you absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing weekend and amazing life. And really go out there and make a difference. But before you make a difference, yes, go on Amazon, order my book and read it if you want. But you're in Serbia, you can also download it on Pirate or whatever, you know, torrent, which I totally understand. You know, it's all fine. You know, you're future entrepreneurs, and some of you are. So I get the mindset. So it's all cool. You know, I'm pretty sure that I live even without, you know, the mega sales of my book. That's why I've got multiple streams of income. You know, I calculate all the eventualities, you know, I don't put all my eggs in the same basket. So that's okay, you know, if you can find it, if you can download it, tell me that it exists, I'll be super happy, because that's how we create ripples, you know. The more people it reaches, the better the world will be. So when you download this book, also make sure you download a book by Meg Roberts, The 5-Second Rule. Yes. Please do download that. And if you're not yet onto or into, because I believe that, you know, the healthy business needs to have a very, very healthy mind and a very, very healthy psychology. So you need to feed yourself both spiritually. So make sure that you meditate every day. Meditate, whether you close your eyes, sit in the lotus, go to a group meditation class, or you just walk in the park, or you take a cup of coffee and you just drink it by being fully present, whatever rocks your boat. Because there isn't one fixed rule of how you meditate. There are many rules. There are many ways of how you do it, and you create your own rules according to your own you know, mindset and psychology and your day, or how you organize yourself. And while you're onto that, make sure that you get, if you're not already onto it, get the Dave Asprey's latest book, Headstrong. Thomas and I are, you know, like we're big fans of all things bulletproof. It helps, you know, it helps your brain young, it helps you think better, it helps you be more astute, it helps you stand out from the crowd. Bulletproof coffee. And if you want, yes, so these are the things that, like, these are kind of, you know, resources that you want. Of course, you can always sign up on our mailing list, because we write blogs. You can check us out on Facebook. Here are our business cards and our names. With that, yeah, with that you can find us on the World Wide Web. We leave for London on Tuesday, and we shall be back in lovely Serbia in September when we start our trainings. And in the summer we are teaching in London, in Brussels, in New York and Hong Kong. So if your travels take you to any of those destinations, come and say hi. And if you're in London in May, and if you are a woman, or if you want to empower women, I am speaking at the Global Migrant Women Conference in London on the 16th of May, and on the 13th of May, sorry. So, very proud, and thank you guys very much.
Thank you. I have to say, I use 2 minutes, because the time is far too short, and I have so many things that I would like to talk about, but I just tie into what you just said about transformation, but now from a product development point of view. Are you guys familiar with the organization called DARPA? No. It's Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, something like this. They have, with a minimum of budget, created revolutionary products again and again and again. Now, how come that they have this repeat miracle factor? You can look it up on the internet. I don't have time enough to go into that there. But they have followed, actually they have several rules for selection, but one of the rules they discern every project with is this. Will it change the field? Will it in some way revolutionize the field? And I will also probably mention that this was the rule, that one of the rules that we used when we took this project, because nothing else like this exists previously.
Yes, we're actually presenting it at the NLP conference.
It's the only one of its kind.
Hashtag I'm from Niche.
I would recommend that you carry this rule with you. It's applicable, it's highly applicable, of course, in some fields. It's not quite as applicable in every field, but it's a very interesting rule of thumb to consider. And now, given that time is as it is, Saturn is the ruler of the chronos or something like that.
Chronos is the ruler of time.
So, I have to say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, likewise.
And I hope you've gotten some value from this.
Yes, and really go out there and like totally transform yourselves and then go and transform the world. Because lots of people go the other way around, they want to go transform the world and then fuck it up majorly and then they go, oh, okay. So transform yourself and then just go out there and influence as many people and as many lives. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much.
Big thanks to you.
Thank you very much. Big thanks to you. I mean, powerhouse of a freaking woman. How amazing is this? She makes it. She's art. She transforms it in her own way. So I love you very much and thank you. You really are one of those bright sparks that the world needs. And remember guys, you all have that very special thing that the world needs. It's just that having balls and being brave enough and guts to do it.
Or
So,
ovaries, as Lega said yesterday.
Huh?
Or having ovaries.
Having ovaries, yeah, whatever.
It's
No,
a joke.
just
When I used it yesterday.
Yes. So you just, you just go and, I mean, what you're doing is absolutely amazing. So onwards and upwards.
Thank you.
Yes.
We thought about creating even more value for you guys. So these remarkable people we are proud to call our mentors, and Steve Woody will be on Monday.
Yes.
On Monday, yeah, we remember. On Monday at 6 o'clock at Jovanova. They will be talking about, what is the exact title?
On the, I don't know the exact title to be honest, but you can check it out. It's on my Facebook wall, Lidija Marković-Rosati. So if you find it on Facebook, befriend me and then, use that.
We'll let you know about it.
Find about it. It's a free workshop and it's Steve Woody will be speaking and it's a very interesting one and it's very close to my heart. Why? Because on Monday it's International Paid Forward Day and in 2012 I really super crazily, with some amazing souls organized an Eastern European tour, Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, Hungary, Bulgaria, of Charlie Johnson, the president of the Paid Forward Foundation. If you don't know about Paid Forward, find it on the internet, download the movie. It is a movement. In 2012, we did a flash mob in London, in Trafalgar Square. We did the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful premiere of the movie Paid Forward at the theater that Kevin Spacey gave us the space in London. It was Kevin Spacey was one of the actors in the movie, so he gave us his theater. And we created, we had a Western European tour, and then I organized with the help of my amazing peers from Slovenia, Croatia, and Hungary and Bulgaria, his tour, and Serbia, of course, in Eastern Europe. And and every year, whenever if I'm in Serbia, I organize a workshop that is free and that is open. Last year, I happened to be in Niš, and the workshop was Pokreni se, and like move. And like moon rather than, you know, I don't know why I'm translating Ukrainian to you, but that's okay. And
Thomas.
yes, Thomas, yes. And so it is really, really beautiful. And we played a little gig. We told people that the workshop is going to be like, I don't really remember now, 200, 500 dinars, something super symbolic. So people, you know, came and they wanted to pay straight away. We said, no, you pay at the end. So when the workshop finished, they were like, okay, so what do we do now? Who do we pay? And I said, what you do, you pay it forward. If you got the value from here, from the workshop, you go out there, and that money that you wanted to give to the workshop, you buy somebody a coffee, you buy, you know, you see somebody on the streets begging, just, you know, just do any kind of, you know, any good thing. Asking that person who you've helped to find 3 people and help or do something similar to those people, creating a chain of goodwill. So on that note, it just so happened, like, you know, I don't have enough obligations in my schedule, but I thought, fuck, you know, Steve is here, this is a beautiful weekend, it's International Pay It Forward Day, I'm the founder.